So far, there was one weight and that's about it. So possibly it's working, possibly it's coincidence. Who knows? It's the racers. They're going for it. Every race is a race. You've got to get past, you've got to get forward. You've either got to be first or seventh, one of the two. Why rules?
That's what makes it exciting, right?
Exactly, yeah.
And Mal, as you've seen, did read them the Riot Act. This is a learning process. Let's check in, as we're at the midway point of the season, with the class of 2019 and their own mid-season review.
Okay, Ronafak, halfway through the RCGP season, how would you sum it up so far?
Definitely not what I was looking for when we started this series, but it hasn't been too bad. Haven't been too far away. Just some unlucky moments, I would say, like in Philippines, having tires coming unglued.
Give yourself a mark out of 10 for the season so far?
I would say 7.
Yeah, mine's been good. I mean, I've had some up and downs. Philippines was pretty good for me. I came 4th there. Austria was good and bad. I had a great Saturday. I came 2nd overall. I was happy with that, and then I had an issue on the Sunday. So yeah, it's been up and down. Pretty good though. I can't complain too much. I'm happy with it.
So give yourself a mark out of 10 for the season so far.
Give myself a 7.5, I reckon, so far. Not too bad.
So you've won the first 4 rounds. Is there any way it could have gone better?
I think no.
So give yourself a mark out of 10 for the season so far.
Yeah, 10.
No one's going to argue with that, to be honest.
I need to get confident with the car and have a couple of things go my way in a race. I think I can improve.
And give yourself a mark out of 10 for the season so far.
I'd say 5. That's pretty average. 5 out of 10.
Philippines, I think, is a little better than Austria, but in Austria I make 2-4, and here it's difficult for me.
And can you give yourself a mark out of 10 for the season so far?
11.
11! Excellent!
I mean, it's only one way to go, right? It get better.
So give yourself a mark out of 10 for the season so far.
4.
No, it's so far. Well done. Is there any particular race or round where you thought, oh, I could have done a bit better, just one little...
Yeah, Manila was close. I have flame out also, and then I finished at 9th. So.
And can you give us a mark out of 10 for your season so far?
That's a bad race. No, it's a 10.
10?
I like it, yeah.
And we are only just getting started with the inaugural season of RCGP World Series. Q3 about to go out, but before we do that, let's take a quick look, a little recap of what happened in Q2.
Cars down, and they're away. And it's a clean start for the first 3 we spoke to earlier. So it is Valente who leads from McBride and then Canas. Did Canas get past McBride? No, it's McBride, then Canas. And then behind them is still Revalia and Barufalo. No, Barufalo's dropped back. Revalia, Canas, and in third, it's the Infinity chassis of Carl McBride. So it's Italy from Spain, from Australia. And the surprising thing is that Boots is Ronafalk's in 5th and Ongara's in 7th, so there's not much forward momentum. No, Ongara being in 7th is a great position because he means to be on pole for the next one. All very close and all very respectful. 4th place is the other new boy. Oh, no, it's Brown Bar. No, Boots has got through to 4th. This could set the cat amongst the pigeon. Boots has got through to 4th, and then 5th now is Ongara, and 7th Ronafalk. 6th is Revalia. So there's been a bit of a shuffle behind. Oh no, there's a problem, and we've got a cutout for Carl McBride. Oh dear, McBride drops out of this top 3 fight, but it comes a top 2 fight. So it's an excellent performance so far from Leonardo Valente. Leonardo Valente, the young Italian who, of course, dominated the RC2 class in Austria a few weeks ago. Broke down, but they're right together now. Oh, and trying to kind of back it in there was Canas as they nibbles at the back of Valente. I mean, it is easier to follow than to lead. Valente's, I'm sure, running a defensive path. You get the impression if Canas gets past, he's going to be able to gap quite quickly as we spin past halfway in the race. The chasing pack is still Boots in third, Lee Martin holding everyone back in fourth, fifth is Runabout, sixth is Ongaro, but it's now got very close to the last few corners. Can Canas throw a lead, a heartbreaking overtaking manoeuvre? Can he break the heart of young Leonardo Valente? Can Valente hold on for two corners? It's going to be hard now unless Canas really drives through up sponsor alleyway. You've got to turn one left, one right. Valente is going to get it. A remarkable victory. Valente takes it. Second place is Juan Carlos Canas. And I'm now with the poleman, a surprise to all of us because we thought that Marco Evalia was going to come seventh, but no, Patrick on the last lap, you got it.
Yeah, I was thinking I was fighting on the eighth place with Hira, but yeah, I go in the finish line and think, oh yeah, 8 good points for me, and then I see on the table, yeah, 7. That's good for me. It's good.
Starting pole, what can you do from there?
Keep calm and driving. Watching behind me is David, so I think it's the first lap, take it easy. So.
I'm mentioning David, they will come in. Thank you, Patrick. David, starting sort of 6th place, and then you you had a bad first lap. I mean, how was that second race?
Yeah, I made 3 mistakes on the first and second lap, but yeah, too many cars on the big jump, so every car crashed, and yeah, I finished 6th behind David. And now I start second, so we'll see now how we go.
Think you can get to the front and lead?
I hope.
Thank you indeed. And now, David. So David. So you know the kind of the real. We all think the nitty-gritty battle is you versus Ongaro. You've beaten him twice so far, but he's starting ahead of you, and ahead of him is his teammate.
He started ahead of me in the last one as well, and I passed him on the grid. So after that, I got touched by him from behind, and we both dropped down some places. And you know, he had a drive-through penalty for one of the hits he done, and I was able to get by in the end. So yeah, you know, luckily he had a penalty there because I think he deserved it.
Well, there we go. Mal has given a penalty, didn't he? David, thank you very much. Good luck indeed there. Well, see, we can't see everything. We haven't got 11 eyes. We've only got one camera to show what's going on. Anyway, those are your top 3. But now, Mr. Matt McCallum will talk you through the rest of the grid.
And there we have that's the top 3. Behind them will be Lee Martin. Car number 12 will be in position number 4. In position number 5 from Great Britain, Elliot Boots. In position number 6 we have Juan Carlos Canas from Spain with Leonardo Valente in position 7. In position number 8 at Sushihara from Japan. And in position number 9 on the grid we'll have Marco Ravaglia. Again, Joseph Quagrain will be in position number 10 in that car number 100. And Mika Vidmeyer will be in position 11. In position 12, Max Mort from Finland with Carl McBride in position number 13. And at the very back of the field will be Marco Baruffalo, who's not having the best of days. He's from Italy. He's in position number 4 and he drives car number 69.
So as they walk out and drive down and drop down, a bit different from the normal, everyone walks in from the side, they come from both sides onto the F1 style grid. Just the last bit of fuel going to Hara's car. They're on 7. They'll soon be away. Can Hoffer take an unlikely win? Will his teammate get through? Can Ronefelt make it 3 out of 3? If victory is a good start from all 3 and immediately straight into the lead has gone Davide Ongaro. Now in second place it is still Hoffer. Ronefelt third. Fourth looks like it is going to be Lee Martin still. So Ronefelt needs to get past Hoffer as quickly as possible, otherwise Ongaro's going to get away. So the battle is the second and third at the moment. The light green of Hoffer and the multicoloured colour of Ronefelt. Car having a problem there was the Baruffalo car. So this second battle is important because Ongaro's getting away. So Hoffer's doing a brilliant job for his teammate here in holding up quite legitimately David Ronefelt. Third and fourth, Martin and Boots. It's an all, oh, and he's got the inside there. So a great overtake. No, he held on to it. He still got through. The inch he got up the inside was Ronefelt. Well fought back by Hoffer, but in fighting back, he overcooked it slightly. And that was it. Now, Baruffalo is a lap behind already. So as Ronefelt moves forward, and we need to go forward one car to Ronefelt, who is now, that's it, Ronefelt coming over the hop. The interesting Baruffalo fans, he's not leading, he's actually dead last. And you've got round the corner goes Ongaro, then goes Ronefelt. We've now got the 12 car of Lee Martin in third, Boots in fourth, Canas in fifth, Hoffer in sixth, and it's Hara and McBride battling over seventh and eighth. And as we are now running into lap 2 and a bit. Now, Ronefalk still coming down to the hairpin, green and white. And he is currently, more carnage at the hairpin actually, and that's taken out Boots. So Boots' has run up the field's gone wrong again from starting in, finishing third last time round. So the problem for Ronefalk is he's first with his car ahead of him, which is Barufalo, is a lap down. And it's looking like Ongaro has finally made that break he's been threatening to make previously. And it's more because Ronefalk's been slightly blocked initially by Hoffer, and now he's got his eye line taken by Barufalo. Fastest lap 39.3 from Ongaro. Ongaro absolutely flying as Barufalo makes another mistake, gets stuck and lets, well, Ronefalk was in second anyway, now it's actually in second. So that gap is now out to 2.36. So we're going to drop back quite a few ways. Can we drop back to Hoffer, who's the lime green car over start finish now? So Hoffer's going up the, that's it, coming down the 2 circles. Hoffer actually is running in fifth, and it's a good, and he's holding up Martin in sixth, but there's been an accident by someone ahead of him. I'm not sure if it's Boots being a lap down, I'm not sure. There's a lot of carnage around. So with Hoffer at the moment in the middle of the pack, still just, so we're going to try and work out where the bump-up position is being fought for. Hoffer actually, I think, has flown into fourth. Third now is Canas. McBride is scored in fourth. So we drop back to 2 cars. Oh, no, Hoffer's going to get going again. So that's very confusing. What we need to be with is that's it. So the second car now coming up the hill and coming over us. I need to get a car, I'm sorry, it's so far away, and there's 4 cars. So yes, you've got the Hara car now, which is the pink car going under the bridge right now. Behind Martin, you've got Hara, and behind Hara is now Boots. So Boots is running in 6th. And then behind him it's Max Mort. So if you can drop back to the orangey car, which is just jumping over the turn before the jump now, that is your car in 7th place. So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right together. They look in the bump up side. It's Mort currently with the light green. We just got muscled out by Boots, I think that was, over the start finish line. No, it's McBride. It's McBride muscling out. This is so Mort 8. McBride has now picked up that 7th place and is scuffling around the back. Valente is down in 9th. And this midfield battle, which would normally be of no interest whatsoever, but it's actually key about who gets pole next time. Now, massive lead for Ongaro now. Been a slight mistake made by Ronefalk. 3rd and 4th are quite close together, wasn't it? It's third Canas, then Lee Martin 4. Well, it was Lee Martin 4, I'm not sure it still is. This bundle of traffic. Move forward 1 car to these 4 cars which are running together, which is, I believe, it's Hara, Martin, Boots and McBride, all in different order. Now it's going to be, yeah, it's Hara from Martin, from Boots, yeah, they're still sorted in that order. They go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another mistake by the unfortunate Barufalo. It's going to be a nightmare. Still leading, Ongaro and Ronefalk. Then it's Canas. And it's Hara at the front of this train of cars. And you've got McBride and Boots and Mort, who are battling for that final bump-up place as we, well, not bump-up place, that swing to pole, 7th to pole. Just Ronefalk is now 6.5 seconds behind Ongaro. Has checked out in this one. So let's pick up Max Mort where it appears to be going. So you get orange to blue car, just coming down the hill now and climbing back up to the Infinity tabletop. Orange into blue, yellow wheels. He is currently in 7th place after all these scrabbles, and behind him is the yellow and green car, orange and green car of Misha Vidmar with the S-Works. So it's the JQ from the S-Works, and they are battling over 8th place. But the worrying thing for them is they have behind them Elliot Boots, Marco Rubelli and Leonardo Valente. So there's a lot of nibbling going on behind them. But currently, that is Max Mort running in 7th, running for the pole bump up. 8th, I said again, it's... Oh, and now, okay, no, that out has taken Vidmar, and now you have Boots in the red and white car. He's in 8th, and we're looking to nibble at well, not nibble, he's looking to just literally get past him straight away. So can Elliot, as we go round onto the 2 laps to go, get past the JQ driver, Max Mort, the young Finn, to see can he get past him. and therefore get the pole. Just so you know, 7 seconds in the lead. Brilliant run by Ongaro. Really has just made a mockery of everyone else. In this particular one, got out, got his head down, and he's gone. Mort makes a slight mistake. But he's still holding back Boots. Boots knows that Mal, the referee who we heard from earlier, will be looking at this. And he's got the inside, and he's like, oh, 1-2. But no, he's got turned round. It's going to wait to 3-4. And he's kind of driven that car out. And now they've dropped right down Valente with a lap to go. Should now be scored 7th in the Italian flag car. So Valente is second, but Boots still in 8th. Valente in 7th. As they look to get the pole position for the final qualifying race in about an hour and a quarter's time. So Boots held that position for about half a corner after a good move on Max Mort before getting turned round, I think possibly by, I'm not quite sure who it was by actually. So Ongaro's won, by the way, already, miles ahead. So the battle really is down here. As Boots needs to try and get Valente next corner, or otherwise Leonardo's going to find himself in his second pole position. Can Boots find a way up the inside? No, Boots has kind of free-wheeled it and eases back and actually backs off from Mort. So Mort picks up 8, Boots 9, and it's Valente who does pick up that overall final bump up. So, final roll to pole. So Ongaro wins, Ronefalk is second, Canas comes in third, Hara comes in fourth, fifth is Lee Martin, sixth is McBride, seventh is Valente, and he gets into first, and then it's Mort, Boots, Vidmar, and everyone else. So, that's an interesting one, in the fact that once he got away, off went young Mr. Ongaro. Ongaro from Ronefalk, from Canas, they all finish their noisy end of laps.
Well, final cars coming in now from this qualifying race number 3, the penultimate race in the books. David Ongaro, David Ronefalk, Juan Carlos Canas. No surprises there, but look down the table to position number 7, Leonardo Valente. That's a good spot for him to finish in. What a cracking debut this young Italian is having for RCGP, bumping up from RC2. RC2 leads to RCGP. What a fantastic way to demonstrate your abilities on the main stage. Let's see who Nick is going to talk to us now over in the pits.
Well, I thought I'd start with the man who won it, really, as that seemed the best way of going. Davide, well, you were in second for about 10 metres, and then you were in leading by very easy. That perfect, was it?
Yeah, car now was really good. I had no traffic in front, and yeah, I saw David make 1 mistake, and I just drive without mistakes and take it the first place.
Is it a much more difficult circuit to drive with other cars around you then?
Yeah, of course. I think it's too tight, and past the other car is really, really difficult.
Well done, and you can start from 7th next time. So, right, well, you made a reasonable start. Patrick did the team job well, held you up fairly for a couple of laps, but then Ongaro just disappeared, didn't he?
Yeah, you know, I didn't expect anything else. You know, he got like 2-3 seconds there already before I got by Patrick, so I guess I have to go back to the pit and tell Hara to do a better job so I can get that advantage as well. But, you know, second is not too bad. I think I'm still ahead on the points for the overall, so hopefully I can get that overall and start first when the main comes around.
Good stuff, thank you, David. And finally, oh, look, one car is doing our wire. He's doing our cables for us. What a marvellous man he is. Well, again, another 3rd place. Lots of good points. It's going well, but you haven't won yet.
Going well, but I have a little lucky because at the start of the race, crazy. All cars touch, and it's crazy, but I feel good. Now I think I need to put a more hard compound, because at the end of the race was slow. And
thank you, Juan Carlos, who's been the most consistent so far. So there we are. So we will see Leonardo Valente back on pole again. He won from pole last time again. So, but it's pretty much on us easy. I think on the points count back at the moment, I think there's 1 point between Ongaro and Ronefalk for who will get the overall pole. But don't count out some of the others, because every single race counts. So if either or both those have an absolute nightmare or bad one in this final round, that really strong, consistent point score we've seen from Juan Carlos Canas could very well hand him the overall pole for the 2 legs of the main starting later this afternoon. Anyway, that was qualifying round 3 of RCGP. Facebook people will be saying goodbye a minute. YouTube people will be going straight into the final round of qualifying for RC2. But that was another cracking race, especially they were fighting in the midfield in RCGP.